Today we're joined by Senator Shehu Sanni, who is a member of the APC. Morning, and thank you for joining us today on the program. Well, we do remember last time we spoke to you, you just didn't want to be, you didn't want to belong to any of those groups that were angering or fighting for a thing or two. You said you belong to the neutral group who just wanted all of this to be put behind them. But now that they've gone ahead and made those announcements of the principal officers, should Nigerians heave a sigh of relief that all is dead and buried?
Well, thank you, Red. From the number of senators seen that has given vote of confidence to the present leadership of the Senate, can reach a conclusion that as far as the larger number are concerned, the Senate is now simply moving on. But we should know still there are people who are grieved, and some of them have gone to the court and some have written petitions to the police. And I am still not opposed to anybody going to the police or going to the court, but it is not going to work against the demand and call by most Nigerians that the senators should work together and reconcile and see how they can move the Senate forward. And the choice is between either reconciliation, sitting down and discussing issues and resolving it, or people should seek redress in the courts or with the police, and you can't put the two together. But for now, the Senate is moving on, and I think this is what many would like to see. We have had so much problems in this country, and there are many issues that we should tackle. And I do not think that adding more with the crisis in the Senate will help address these issues.
Well, one would have thought, you've just mentioned the issue of the challenges that are around the country. One would have thought that the senators who vied for these positions and sought to serve Nigerians would have been more conscious about that, instead of, as some will say, seeking after personal ambitions. How can all of this be resolved quickly? Especially I think that the APC has had meetings several times with legislators. They've settled out of the Green Chamber, seemingly, and there are some court cases in court. How can all of this be put together and sorted once and for all?
Well, if you look at the equation, and when you compare the House of Reps and the Senate, one thing which we all want to take cognizance of is that the PDP caucus and the APC caucus in the Senate have a marginal difference of 7 or 8 senators. It's not as wide as it is in the House of Reps, where you have 100 and something members from the PDP and then 200 and something from the APC. And if you are going to work in this kind of environment in the Senate, certainly you have to work a delicate balance, in the sense that the APC senators can't work effectively, cannot be able to achieve all they want to achieve as a government without, in some ways, working in tandem with or working together with the PDP, because where you need two-third majority, the APC simply cannot give it. And then with the problem we have within the APC senators, I think the need for us to all work together to bring this problem to an end is very much necessary now. And what we need to understand clearly is that what Nigerians are expecting from the Senate is what it can deliver to the country. And people still, like what President Muhammad Buhari said, they should try to put their ambitions in their pocket and see how we can move together. I still among those who believe that I should attend any group meetings, and I don't attend any group meetings within the APC. I still insist that we should work together, and I'm still saying it clearly. the choice is that the APC senators must work together and put their house in order.
Is there still a problem then? That's the question quite a number of people will ask. Because yesterday there was a vote, or was it 2 days ago? There was a vote of confidence on the Senate President and his deputy, and it would seem that the vote was unanimous. Can we still say there was a problem?
It is a vote, and you have seen out of 109 senators, 81 have made it clear that they are confident with the leadership of the Senate. And those that are still not part of these signatures still need to be reached out and carried along. Even if it is one person that refuses to append his signature, it's still very relevant. He represents a part of the country, he also represents people, and I think the support of all senators is very much needed. But it cannot be in the sense that some are still refusing to work with others. And this problem is actually not in PDP, it is in the APC, so it's our problem to solve.
Would you kindly tell us how this works? Because what played out on television, at least to the sight of our viewers, was that there was a voice vote. And it would seem that majority, there were no dissenting voices, it was just all the ayes had it, it would seem. So how were they able to get that 81 senators were the only ones who, passed that vote of confidence?
The voice vote was backed with a paper that was circulated among senators, and those who felt that they should append their signatures, they should do it, and they did it. And there is a paper to back up the voice vote. And all what I said is that 81 senators have appended their signatures to that paper, and then others have not. And I am saying that those who have not, we still have to reach out to them so that we can move the Senate forward.
Well, Senator, are you reaching out to many of those members who are aggrieved on the need to work together and move the country forward? Because, I mean, in the meantime, there's still that question about the police investigating the rule book, alleged alteration. And are they heeding your advice if you're reaching out?
Well, there are a number of persons who have shown interest in restoring unity within the APC senators, one of which is the Progressive Governors Forum. Just a few days ago, the governor of Edo State, Comrade Adam Shumole, with the governor of Kebbi State, Bagudu, they represented the Progressive Governors Forum, and they sat down with all the two sides, and that is the Like Minds and the Unity Forum. And they urged on all sides to work together for the progress of the party. And I also have seen the intervention of the party has also been doing something, still trying to heal the wounds, and also interested and concerned individuals have also been reaching out to see how the senators can come together and work together. But I can still tell you that in the call for reconciliation, and you can't sit down on the table while there is a case in the court, and also there are petitions that are written that have not yet been withdrawn. I can say it. Those who wrote the petition and went to court have the constitutional right to do that. But when you talk of reconciliation, then you are coming to sit down on a table with an open mind, and also with a mind that is set towards seeing the issues are being raised by sides making compromises. But it cannot work. It's just like neighbors fighting. You can't sit down and talk of reconciliation while some are still saying that they are going to seek justice in the court.